Hi guys, and welcome back to GreenScene SouthCoast. I have Gail holding the camera for me today, and we are at Alan P. Haskell Gardens. And this place is spectacular. Me and Gail are both very excited to be here. We're meeting with Kristin, who is the main horticulturist here, and she's going to take us on a tour of the grounds.
So, good morning. My name is Kristin McCullen. I'm the horticulturist here at Haskell, and I manage the 6-acre urban garden in New Bedford.
It's a lot of land. That's a lot of work.
So we run on volunteers, and it's really a community-driven project. So I am so thankful to our volunteers that come and help weed, water, plant, all those good garden things.
So we're going to continue on the tour, and she's going to kind of give us a little bit of info behind some of the history and the information behind the plants that we're going to be zooming in on. So this here on the arch is wisteria planted, and I was just talking to Kristin, and of course wisteria blooms in June, but when this is in bloom, this is probably such a majestic spot. So beautiful. Say hi. What is this called?
Leaf Hydrangea. This is a cultivar called Snow Queen, so it's a double flower.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
beautiful.
cool?
Yeah, I love the double flower on that.
And this does really well in full shade, so it's a nice bloom in your shade garden.
So beautiful.
And that's native as well.
Okay, so what are we standing out in front of right now?
So this is Andy Morlane's sculpture, and it's created from our bamboo here. We have a bamboo grove. This technique that he learned in Taiwan, where he weaves together almost like a basket, really, the bamboo. And so what we've done is use it as a structure for growing different hops, gourds, clematis, Dutchman's pipe, all kinds of fun things to use as a different unique garden sculpture and structure. And kids can run through it, they really love it. And we've also done a whole blend of wildflower and zinnia mixes. Some sunflowers are blooming as well, just to add a little interest in the backside of the property.
This is so cool.
So I wanted to point out these little sunflowers. They're dwarf, and they're called teddy bear. And then what would you say? Is this 2.5 feet?
So this here is the vegetable garden at Haskell's. I'll have to ask Kristin how big this is, but as you can see, it's a pretty decent space here. Let's try to see what we can figure out. So how large is this garden?
So, the parameters. No.
We'll just say 25 by 50.
Okay.
That's safe to say.
And so you can tell right now, I have an obsession with growing garlic. And I think it's pretty much peaked this year. So I want to say about 26 varieties of garlic.
Wow, 26 varieties of garlic.
This is called Music. It's really large, and it's one of those that you get one of those elephant-sized cloves.
Oh, yeah.
And you get maybe 5 or even 4 cloves to the bulb. So
Wow.
that's a really great one. You get a lot of bang for your buck.
That's
there.
awesome.
And we just harvested the garlic scapes off of the top. So
Yep.
The energy is now going into the bulb.
Where you want it to go.
It's a huge, it's just a really easy crop. There's low disease. The critters don't like it. And it's easy to cure and store for the season, which I love. And I love cooking with garlic.
Oh, I love garlic.
It's taking up a lot of space.
It's okay because at least you'll use it. If it's something you like growing, then grow a lot of it. That's kind of what I do too.
True. And so this garden really is based on, it's a volunteer appreciation garden. And so after your 3 hours of volunteering with us on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, you can come here, get some garlic, get cut flowers, get an heirloom tomato. It's just a little reciprocation in a way that we can give back for people's time because it is so precious.
Yes.
So it's really a fun garden, and then folks can grow things that they want, different heirlooms that they want to try, or varieties. So in the winter we do a little bit of that planning element. This is a kaleette, they're called. You might have been seeing those in farmers markets. It's called autumn star kaleette, and they get little, like, they're like, I think it's a Brussels sprout hybrid with a kale, and they get little clusters of baby kale heads. So that's a fun new one. So we try to do little trials here.
That's so cool. I love your little teepee trellises too. Those are super cute. I have to make some of those for myself.
And those are just little beech seedlings that we had laying around. But the onions are coming along. Dahlias are just starting.
I love dahlias.
We do tons of dahlias here. I have a volunteer that specializes in them, so we get a gift from her garden. And then we have cucumbers, some potatoes are started, more vines, gourds growing on the fence to soften the look a little bit.
These flowers are really beautiful too, huh?
The hollyhocks, they're very sweet.
I love the foliage is really pretty too. The leaves, look at the flowers. So pretty. Precious little topiary ever!
It's a mini fuchsia. It was done by Tony at Snug Harbor Farm in Maine, and it came from plant material that used to be Alan Haskell's, and they were friends, and it was gifted to us this spring.
So cute!
There's little fruits on the back of it.
That little guy is so adorable.
And this is one that is new for me. It's almost like a Dusty Miller replacement. It's called Angel Wings or Senecio.
Beautiful plant.
It's a little contrast in your collection. I love it against the dark burgundy.
I do too. I was just going to say the color contrast is beautiful. I kid you not, you guys, it smells just like chocolate. Chocolate Cosmo. Awesome.
A little bit about the history here. Alan Haskell started his nursery business. You could purchase plants here every day of the year in the 1950s, and so he worked up until 2004 when he unfortunately passed away and gave the nursery to his family. His son still runs his business. He's out of Fairhaven on Charity Stevens Lane, so he's by appointment only. You can just give him a call and set up an appointment to go see his nursery and purchase a lot of similar plants that Alan Haskell used to offer. So these grounds that we've been walking through are really kind of like a case study of some of the services that Alan would offer as well. So he would do design and build, and that was a lot of the bread and butter to support the nursery business from what I've been told. So right now these are kind of show collections, so he might either sell you a red hibiscus, or he might sell you a whole entire package with the bluestone and the cobble and the brick with the garden design. So there was a little bit of that going on. in his business model as well. So the kind of to catch you up to contemporary speed, the trustees purchased this property in 2012 for market value. We opened to the public in 2014, so it took a little while to acquire the property and then also do a little bit of renovations and make sure that it was safe and open for the public. Restrooms, that's a big thing when you're open to the public you need. We have a visitor center, we have a place where you can come and you can get a map, but children can run and feel safe, and there's really beautiful walking paths and a lawn, and then what we say about 1.5 acres of maintained garden collection within here. Those are a Peckham's foxtail fern. I don't like the
They would be so cool on a porch at Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
Those are beautiful.
And then I love this buckwheat hull. Is a little dressy mulch that I like to use. And it keeps the weeds down, keeps moisture in, keeps mildew out. So
All of these hydrangeas now are 2 years old?
2 years. So we trialed about 40 different cultivars. So there's so many hydrangeas on the market. It's totally confusing. You're like, how does tough stuff differ from tiny tough stuff? So this is a place where you get a comparison. Everything is labeled and you can figure out which one you really like. And then that way when you go to your nursery center, you can say, oh, I love that abracadabra hydrangea with the red stem. I need to have it. And then you can have a positive ID and go make a purchase at your favorite nursery. It's really pink, purple, and pink.
Oh, that's so pretty. And this is your favorite one here?
Mm-hmm. Of the week.
Of
It changes.
Of the week. She says this is my favorite one of the week.
I think it's because it has the 3 colors. So it's got the blue, purple, and pink. And this is Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue. That's the name.
Descriptions here too. This is a kumquat tree bearing fruit. They don't taste good?
So this is our latest installation here, and this is by Alexander Jardin. This is a sculpture garden that he did called the Haskell Jardin, and it's using a shipping container, obviously, kind of speaking to the docks and industry of New Bedford, and then also layering in landscape architecture and contemporary art in this piece. So we have a lot of the plant material is from Haskell here. So we have his classic hostas. We have an Alan C. Haskell hosta, Lily of the Valley, and then that really beautiful thread leaf Japanese maple is the focal point up there. So this is an installation that we'll have up till the fall. We're going to do an opening reception July 18th. So in a couple weeks we'll have a little party. And it's just a really interesting, fun piece and conversation on contemporary art. Tracey Barbosa's piece. It's called House of Glass, and this was installed last August of 2018, and this is through funding through the New Bedford Cultural Council and the United Way of Greater New Bedford. So Tracey, as some of you might know, is a stained glass artist, and this is a piece, just a little pop of color, a little bit of fun and whimsy in the garden, and we really love it. It plays so well with different plantings. We had tulips here in the spring, which were really cool. And now we have this verbena. This is Verbena bonariensis, or I think it's a Brazilian verbena. And just a fun annual that will bloom all season long. These greenhouses are a very famous architect. They're called Lord and Burnham, and they have national components as well. So to greenhouse people, that means a lot. And they were constructed in the 1950s into the early 60s, and we have 4 of these glass houses. And so we're slowly starting to renovate them. I did one over the past winter, and I grew all of my cut flowers and my annuals, vegetables in them. So they're really beautiful. They're super cool. They are a lot of work to maintain.
This is like my dream
Wow.
greenhouse.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
Swamp azalea.
How would you describe the smell?
A little bit of a sweet candy, cotton candy smell, I think.
Gail, what do you think?
It is the sweet candy smell. It really is.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So cute this is.
Trustees stepped in to save this property in 2012, and we acquired the land and opened to the public in 2014. So we've been open for almost 5 years now. We're still a little bit of a secret gem here on Shaman Ave. So tell your friends about it and come for a visit, but we're open every day of the year, and we are free through some grant funding that we have. So,
Thank you so much.
yes, thank you so much for taking a tour.